Hey y'all. Okay, this is video number 2. I'm gonna try to make it quick. This is Iylana Fix My Life, my toxic addiction. Okay, pretty much we see a lady, I can't remember her name, but she was a model, beautiful in the face. She was a model, a plus size model, but she was never really plus size. She just had some curves. She was modeling, she was doing her thing. Then she started to lose weight, and to make up for the fact that she was losing weight, she turned to butt injections. But this was years ago. She didn't go to an actual plastic surgeon. She did it on black, under the table, black market type deal. As a result, it has left her, first of all, her hips and her behind is just deformed, really. It's really big, it's really swollen, it's really inflamed. She got silicone, industrial grade silicone, injected in her body and in her butt, and it has migrated down her legs. So her legs look deformed because of the color. They didn't show it, but at one point she kind of pulled her skirt down some, and Iylana could see her the skin on her actual behind, and her skin on her behind is way darker. That's because she pretty much poisoned her body. She's bitter, she's angry, she's mean to people, to her family, especially her mother, her sisters. She acts like a diva. She's she's somebody that's very like defensive. She's very defensive. And at one point, she was like, I'm 32, I don't have a husband, I don't have any kids. Okay. Now, first of all, I would like to say that I really felt bad for her. I felt sorry for her because let's forget, that she was rude and, she was a diva and whatnot. I felt bad for her because at the end of the day, she messed her body up. And honestly, what I was saying to myself was that, because at the end it said that she's going to have that, all that silicone and stuff cut out of her behind, cut out of her legs. Yeah, she has disfigured her body now, but it's not over because she's going to be permanently scarred. Then she got up and she had a young look to touch her butt, like touch her hips, and it was hot from being inflamed. Not, she said she didn't have an infection. Y'all, I don't believe that. I don't believe that it's that inflamed and there's no kind of infection. Like, I feel honestly like it was a lot that they was not saying. Like, her mother was like, I'm scared for her life. Her sisters was like, I'm scared my sister's gonna die. Like, I feel like honestly she is downplaying it some. She's not looking at the seriousness of what she has done to her body. Like, I honestly feel that way. Her relationship with her mother was bad. She said her mother and her grandmother in separate homes raised her, and she said that when she was with her grandmother, she got love and all this stuff. But really, if you read between the lines, she didn't get real acceptance or real love, because she said when she was 10 years old, her grandmama had her wearing girdles. What 10-year-old should wear a girdle? Tell me, well, I was a chubby kid. Okay, well then, it's things that grandmama could have did. She could have, fixed healthier food. She could have made you go out there and play and burn it off like that, not by putting you in a girdle. Like, what kind of message does that send to a 10-year-old? Well, she did acknowledge that. She said, well, I had to wear a girdle, and those was just instilled in me. Then she said her mother would call her out her name, call her bitch, all kinds of stuff. Her mother was a physically and verbally abusive. I could not imagine Well, let me see how can I say it. I have been around and I have saw mothers calling their daughters bitches, hoes. I have. I have two cousins. Both my aunts have cussed their daughters out. My cousins. My mother has never. My mother had never talked to me, called me out my name. Never. I never called my mama out her name. Never raised my hand to my mama. Nothing like that. My cousins, on the other hand, they have. I have been around and I have seen where a mother and a daughter can have just a toxic, y'all don't even need to be around each other relationship. You know, because I have been on the outside looking at it. I have never had to personally go through that with my mother because my mother didn't raise me like that. My mother was not that type of mother. And so I felt bad for her for that also. You know, like, I don't even, like, when me and my mama talked about it, like when my cousin them, they get into it, I don't even like to be around them when they get into it and all that stuff, because that's, to me, it's crazy. It's crazy for a daughter, a child, period, to disrespect their mother or their parent just blatantly. But her and her mother relationship is terrible. I feel like like I said, I feel like she's in denial of a lot of stuff. I don't feel like she actually acknowledges everything. Now, we did, like, over halfway through the show, Iylana was still asking her, what do you want? What are you trying to get out of this? I'm just going to be honest with y'all. And let's say, because she did get to a point where she had them to turn the cameras off and she wanted to talk some stuff, which I'm going to talk about what she talked about. But honestly, unless they had a come to Jesus powerful breakthrough moment when them cameras was off, I feel like her story is one that she need to have like part 2 or something, because I don't feel like there was that big of a breakthrough. Now, what was her secret that she was so protective over? The secret was that when she was 13, she had a rare disease condition, and her body attacked her ovaries to the point where they pretty much are non-existent. She don't have ovaries anymore. She had to have surgery to have them removed or what, but her body attacked them. So she cannot bear children. She cannot carry children. And she said that it made her feel like less than a woman. Which I can understand that, because when I finally got diagnosed with PCOS, you know, I was single at the time. The first person I called was my best friend, you know, who is now my husband. You know, me and my husband, which I always say this, we have been best friends our whole lives, ever since I was 10, 9. So we were best friends for we were best friends before we actually got together. We were best friends for 17 years, and then we got together. So over half of our lives, you know, 90% of our lives, we have been in each other's lives, and we have always been there for each other. And when I was diagnosed, I called him just boo-hoo crying, and he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, you know, I told him what was going on, but I knew something was wrong just from how my menstrual cycle would come on and stuff. And I told him, I was like, no man is going to want me if there's a possibility that I can't give them a child. Who's going to want me? And he was like, girl, don't talk like that. Everything gonna be okay. He was like a big comfort to me. So I know what she says, say, you know, you feel like less than a woman when you see girls that are out here, teenagers just lay up one time, get pregnant, or you see women like I know who have gotten pregnant over and over again, had abortion over and over and over again. One girl I know has had so many abortions, unfortunately, to the point now that she's in her early 30s. She wants to have a child. She already has one, but she got so many abortions when she was in her early 20s that she can't. If she gets pregnant, she always miscarries. It's like she can't carry a baby to term now, because that takes a toll on your body. But you have me. I'm looking at it like, dang, they just get pregnant if somebody sneezes on them good, and here I am. You know, we're gonna have to, you know, it's just not coming naturally like that for me and my husband. So I understand when she says you feel less than a woman, but that I'm not bitter, I'm not angry, I'm not upset with the world. I'm not saying it's the world's fault that I have PCOS. I mean, because first of all, I have the Lord in my life, and I know that I'm going to give my husband children. I know that. I know that in my heart. I feel that with everything I have. Yes, our journey to parenthood may not be the same as other people, but it's going to happen because I'm faithful. And I feel like, and y'all know I don't come over here and talk about my religion all the time, but I feel like it really shows an emptiness that she has in her life to where it's like it turned her bitter. And she was like, her family don't understand, they don't care. It's not that they don't care, they may not understand what she's going through. You know, I'm happy for with me. Like I said, my husband, who was my best friend at the time, told me, don't worry about it, it's gonna be okay. My mother, when I found out, my mother was very supportive. My mother was like, oh, you're gonna have a baby, it's just gonna be in God's time. You know, so, and I had friends, I had a lot of support, and to this day I still have a lot of support. Every time something it's a new step, you know, that we're taking to parenthood. If it's, oh, I got to get off birth control, I got off birth control for you know, next month will be a year that I've been off birth control, because you know, after this I have to, that's when we can go to the fertility doctors and possibly get on the actual fertility medicine. Like every step of the way I've had support. I've had people that have been there. I have had women, even my brothers know what's going on with me and they're supportive. Like I've never had it where I'm dealing with this and just nobody supporting me. And unfortunately for her, that's how she felt. You know, like I said, I feel like she needs some counseling beyond this. I feel like she needs some severe counseling, because for her to be somebody that was so into her looks, and they have, I mean, true enough, her face is still pretty, but her body, you know, that's gone. Like, I mean, it's pretty much over. And like I said, once they start the process of cutting, because they said it could take years for them to get all of that silicone and stuff out of her. Once they get through that, then that, you know, she's really gonna be going through it. Now, hold on, y'all, it's my husband. So I just feel like, you know, like I said, because at the end when her mother tried to hug her, she was still kind of off and standoffish. I feel like it's a lot she needs to accept. She needs to accept her mother's ask for forgiveness. She needs to truly forgive her mother. They need some one-on-one counseling together. Like they need family counseling, but they need one-on-one counseling. Yeah, this episode was good, but it was a struggle. Like this one, it's like you really wanted to see the person get help, but it's like she was fighting it. Honestly, I could say half the way. I honestly felt like I felt like maybe she asked to be on the show because she asked to be on the show just to get her face back out there or something. That's what I honestly felt in the beginning, because it's like Iylana kept saying, what are you trying to get out of this? Like, she fought every step of the way, but eventually, you know, she eventually started breaking down and you know, she started breaking down. So y'all, that's my thoughts. Like I said, I really feel bad for her. I feel like it's very sad when women just go overboard with stuff. I'm not opposed to getting plastic surgery or stuff like that, because I want to get liposuction, and hell, me and my husband have a talk. My behind is big, but it's some spaces where it can be rounded out. So I'm like, hey, if I'm gonna get lipo anyways, they can take that fat, my own fat that's already in my body, they can suck it out, and they can put it in my behind to fill out the spots that we both feel need to just be filled out some. So I'm not one that's approved, that's opposed to anything. But just like my husband said, it don't make no sense for a woman to walk around here with a flat stomach, a ginormous booty, and then her legs look like two fucking pigs. I mean, y'all, come on. I just feel like we are in a day where people are just doing too damn much. They're not being proportionate no more. Like, I mean, come on, be proportionate, be curvy. But see, when you are curvy, when you have an hourglass shape, you have curves. It's not just one part of you, which is your ass, has curves. You have hips, you have thighs, you know, you got some thigh meat. And that's what I mean, I know that sounds country, but that's what my husband call it, thigh meat. You got some thigh meat. You know what I'm saying? That's what we call it back home. You thick. Thick does not mean you got a big old booty and everything else look like toothpicks. Your arms look like toothpicks. Your legs look like that. That ain't cute. That's not proportionate. One last thing I will say about this poor woman. Hindsight is 2020. If you know what you know today, if you can go back to yourself and say, hey, this is what's gonna happen if you do this, you wouldn't do it. And I'm pretty sure, like when she started off, the pictures of her, she was a beautiful woman. She had curves and whatnot, but you know, like she said, she started losing weight and she couldn't keep weight on. I'm sure that she would rather that she would have just not done anything, just not, you know, got all this fix and flat and all that stuff, because it was industrial grade stuff, like stuff that's not for the human body, that she got injected in her. I'm sure if she could, she would go back and just not do it because it's not worth it. One last thing also. If you're going to do something, if you're going to do any kind of plastic surgery, even lipo, go to somebody that's damn licensed. I know back home, last year I think it was, we had in like 3 months, seriously, there was 3 or 4 transgender people that died as a result of under table, in the house, in the basement, fix a flat type cosmetic procedures. One of them, I didn't know this person, you know, this person personally, but was a beautiful person, you know. I mean, because he was a nice looking guy. He had just feminine features. He was a really, really nice looking guy. But then after he transitioned to a woman, beautiful, but he was, you know, like I said, he was a feminine looking guy. He was a beautiful woman. Really pretty. Young, early 20s. Died like not even 2 weeks after having some stuff done to his butt. Like, y'all, that's not worth it. And I know that people, we don't just naturally associate life or death with a simple cosmetic procedure, but you need to look at it like that. If you are considering having any kind of cosmetic procedure, you have to look at it. You put your damn life in this person's hands at the end of the day. Why would you? Yeah, I don't understand that. Why the hell would you even go to somebody's house or somebody that you know ain't licensed just because it's cheaper? I'd rather have my life, you know, because what quality? Because look at it like this, with the lady from Iylana Fix My Life, what quality of life does she have now? She has a terrible quality of life because she's always in pain. She's going to, for the next few years, have to endure surgery after surgery after surgery to remove poison out of her body. Plus, I'm sorry, y'all, but we living in a day where it ain't the same. Like years ago, liposuction used to be $10,000-$15,000. Liposuction nowadays a hot $2,500. I mean, it ain't even like it's no huge amount anymore. Like seriously. But y'all, that's it. I do thank y'all for watching. Next Iylana is going to be some sisters. One is alcoholic. I mean, I'm just gonna say this even before this episode come. Y'all stop holding on to shit that happened. Y'all finna get real for a minute. Stop holding on to shit that happened years and years ago, and let it dictate your life. Because in one of the clips, the lady was like, "Well, our mother left us." Okay, ma'am. It's a lot of people who get left. It's a lot of people who get abused. It's a lot of people that bad stuff happens to. But don't let it hold on to you so hard that you are in your current life, and it's weighing you down where you being destructive to yourself. I'm just saying, stop holding on to stuff. Let stuff go. But y'all, as always, I do thank y'all for watching. I will be uploading both of these videos today. Yeah, like I said, I did my what's on my face, and this is Iylana Fix My Life. I make videos strictly because I like making them. I'm not really one to, I don't push my religion on nobody or nothing like that. But yeah, like I said, I really felt bad for this girl. I did, for this woman. I really did. And also, I mean, at the end of the day, if she really wants to be a mother, she can. She can always adopt. She can always do other stuff other than naturally give birth. So I feel like that's maybe something, once she gets herself taken care of, once she gets herself healed, like mentally, because she needs some healing, she can always adopt and go that route to have a child. But y'all, I do thank y'all for watching.